Hi, I'm Jess,
And I'm Amy.
and we are Young Advisors, capturing the voices of children and young people across Liverpool on behalf of Liverpool Safeguarding Children Partnership. As you know, all children are to return to school on Monday, the 8th of March 2021.
Some of you may not realise, but schools have remained open throughout lockdown for children who are vulnerable, with special education needs or children of key workers. But from this Monday, all children are to return to school.
This may be worrying for some of you, and some children may feel anxious about it. So we are lucky enough today to speak to Chris Price, the Education COVID lead for Liverpool, and ask him some questions that young people and parents or carers have raised that they are concerned about, and hopefully after our chat today, some of these worries or fears will be reduced.
So for our first question, Chris, we are asking, some parents and children may be worried about their children returning to school on Monday. What assurance can you give that it is safe for them to return to school?
Okay, thanks, Amy. Schools have been working, as you mentioned, for the last year on all the different COVID measures and one guise or the other. So it was around the 23rd of March where we closed schools as schools and we opened up schools as hubs in a different format, but they were always open and they were always accessible to the students and pupils. So over this time, they've got experience of putting in COVID secure measures to try and support all of the pupils and staff to make sure that everyone's safe. They've been refining these measures over the last year or so, and they've been given additional advice and guidance from the government to try and support them with it. And we've been supporting them and working with them on a weekly basis to make sure that everything's in place to support with this. So in addition to existing controls which were already in place, schools have been asked to look at face coverings and increase the use of face coverings where social distancing can't be maintained. And also there's an additional testing regime which is in place in both primary and secondary schools. Primary schools is for the school teachers and the staff, and in secondary schools it's for the pupils and students as well. So that's being put in place and will start on the 8th of March to try and reduce the amount of infection which is coming into school. In addition to all of that, there's a lot of additional controls like ventilation, which is going to be really key in trying to make sure that the environments are safe and virus free if for any instance someone was to come into school who still had an asymptomatic case of the virus. It would reduce the chance of transmission.
Okay, thank you, Chris. That has been really helpful, and hopefully the information you've shared with us today will help ease the anxieties that pupils, parents and carers feel about returning to school on Monday.
We have all had a lot of time away from school, which not only impacts our education, but our mental health, social skills and friendships. So much happens during the day in school that we have always taken for granted. Just remember, everybody returning to school on Monday is in the same place or similar position. We have all gone through COVID lockdown together, and we can all support one another when we return. Thank you for watching.